Okay, so I got around to watching Ballerina, but it's actually like a decent entry into the John Wick universe. It's just such a massive shame it's bombing out the box office there, but so let's talk about it then. Like the sort of content like and follow then for more content like this, but where I talk about film, TV shows and games here then. Okay, so let's talk about the good. Like Amity Armour does a very good performance in this. Like he's like is a decent character, even if she does lack like personality. Like her motivation for that the entire film like makes sense, and what she's trying to achieve in the film makes sense. She just lack personality in the film, though. I thought Norman Reedus did a good performance, but he had a very limited screen time, like probably like 10 minutes if I had to guess off the top of my head, and same thing with like Keanu Reeves though. So it's like there at the very beginning of the film there though, because it's like connected to John Wick 3 there a little bit, and then at the last like half an hour-ish there, where he's only in it for like 10 minutes there, he does good in it even. Another good thing about the film is just it does do a good use of like the other John Wick characters, like Ian McShane's character, like right here, and R.I.P. Lance Redditt there, but like they don't feel shoehorned in. They actually feel natural to the story there, though, for the most part there, so that's a nice use of as well as the leader of the Russia Roma there, though, that lady from John Wick Chapter 3 there, though, so that was done nicely done there. Yeah, direction and cinematography wise, it was very good there. Like, you can definitely tell it's like a well shot film there, but I think, like, as well to tap this all off there, the action scenes were actually very good there. Like, I think, like, people were saying, like, the first half of the film was a little bit of, like, a step down compared to the other ones, but I thought it was, like, decent enough as it is there, but I think the main standout in terms of like the action scene from this film was like the hilarious like grenade scene there, but it would almost made me piss myself laughing there, like how fucking stupid it was there, and like the flamethrower fight scene there, which almost everybody's been talking about there, though. So let's talk on the negative of the film, because there's quite a bit there, though. Okay, let's talk about the negatives. Like the one big one is there's a massive plot twist, like nearly 2/3 of the way through the film, and then it's just like, oh, this wasn't massively set up here very much there, and you think, okay, this wasn't really set up very well there, and then you think, okay, this might go somewhere interesting, and then they just decide to just throw it away after like 2-3 minutes. It's just like, what's the point of just having that plot twist? It just felt completely pointless. Like, you could have easily just removed that plot twist and potentially that character out of the film there, and the film would have changed that much there. Like, it's such a bizarre. Like, in terms of writing, there's so many plot conveniences in this film. Like, the amount of, like, plot conveniences for, like, up until where she goes to, like, the snow area, though, of the film there, which is basically the second half of the film. It's literally, like, one plot convenience after another, and it's just like, wow, this is very, very lucky there that the protagonist was right here, but at that moment there, otherwise the plot would not move forward at all there, just so bizarre that is there. Also another negative, like the film takes a long while to get going there, like the first like 30 minutes is Andy Armour's like mainly training basically, and that's all good stuff. It just takes a long while to get there, and then by the time you get to the end of the film, where it's like basically just almost non-stop action for like the last like half an hour, 40 minutes there, you start to like get really tired and drained from all the action there, like just non-stop action every like 5 minutes in the last like 40% of the film there, it's just like, yeah. Definitely had some pacing issues there with this film there. Like, speaking of the training montage there, as much as I enjoyed that training montage, the whole, like, fight like a girl line doesn't really translate into the fight scenes there. Like, like, even the film almost fights like John Wick half the time there, though. Like, she doesn't really use any, like, sneaky tactics. Like, even the film mentions, like, oh, you have to cheat your way to, like, win the fight against bigger, tougher men there, but she never really does that much there. Like, the most she does is, like, grab someone, take somebody by the eye, basically, there, and that's pretty much about it. Like, she doesn't use her femininity in order to get an advantage on her opponent first. Like, she almost fights like exactly like John Wick there. Like, you think for a character like Eve, she'd fight like, basically like a femme fatale type of character there, but no, she never does. Yeah, it's just, Like, it's a very good example of lampshading in the script there, but like, just addressing an issue and then just like, oh, we'll never address it afterwards there. Just, again, baffling there, though. Also, the final negative on this film is just, I feel like Anthony Armour's at times throughout this film, not all the time, was a bit too slow during some of the fight scenes, like, and definitely needed, like, help from the stuntmen there. Like, you can definitely tell, like, there are certain parts, like, during the trailer and when you're watching the film where it's like, yeah, the stuntman is definitely helping her to finish off this finishing move. Like, it's the same thing in John Wick 4 where Keanu Reeves needed a little bit of help for that with doing some of the finishing moves there, though. Like, it's a bit ridiculous there, though. But yeah, overall, like, a decent action film, that, like, it's just such a shame it's bombing at the box office. Like, it's just, like, this film was made, like, on a $20 million budget there, though. Like, it would have done, like, very well there, but it's just such a shame it went to, like, $90 million there, which is way too much there, but for a standalone film. Like, if they marketed this budget, though, a lot better, this probably would have made a decent amount of profit there, but I do want to make another video basically talking about why this film failed there, because there's a good amount of reasons why this film failed at the box office there, though.